Hey Gator fans, let's talk about one of the most exciting and potentially dominant units in college football this upcoming season, the linebacker room. A group that, despite dealing with injuries, rotation, and a changing coaching staff, is stacked with talent and poised to make a major impact in 2025. Let's get into it. Last season, the linebacker unit saw a ton of rotation. Some of that was by design to get younger guys a lot of reps, but a big part of it came down to injuries. Pup Howard missed crucial time late in the season, and that left Florida to rely on its depth. Despite these challenges, the Gator linebackers rose to the occasion. Miles Graham, Aaron Childs, and Jaden Robinson were all critical pieces of the defense. Some got their chance in small doses, while others played significant minutes. But every time they were called upon, they delivered. And now with Shamar James headed to the NFL and Howard still recovering, this trio isn't just expected to fill the gaps. They're expected to lead. Leading that charge is Jaden Robinson, the most experienced of the group. After stepping up as a starter for the final 6 games last season, he is now the veteran presence in that linebacker room. Defensive coordinator Ron Roberts has already praised his leadership, calling him a great player and someone who does everything you ask him to do. That's high praise and well-deserved. Robinson's playmaking ability, his football IQ, and his presence on the field make him the perfect leader for this young group. They are immensely talented. They're just young. Then there's Miles Graham, a name that should already excite every Gator fan. A highly touted legacy recruit, Graham wasted no time making his presence felt as a freshman. He finished the season with 30 total tackles, 2.5 tackles for a loss, a sack, an interception, and a forced fumble. That earned him freshman All-SEC honors. And the scary part? He's only getting better. Roberts has raved about Graham's development, saying he's having a really, really good spring. He already has valuable reps under his belt, and he is primed to take a massive leap this season. With his speed, his instincts, and tenacity, Graham has all the makings of being a breakout star in 2025. And while Robinson and Graham are expected to play huge roles, let's not forget about Aaron Childs. He didn't see the field as much as the other two last season, but don't let that fool you. Childs is a blue chip prospect, and the coaching staff has incredibly high expectations for him moving forward. His offseason work has been impressive, and he's got a new opportunity on the horizon, right? He could be an X factor that just kind of puts this linebacker unit over the top. And one name that cannot be overlooked is Pup Howard. When he is healthy, Howard has all the tools to be one of the very best linebackers in the Southeastern Conference. His combination of size, speed, and instincts makes him a nightmare for opposing offenses. Last season, he was slowed down by injuries a little bit, but when he was on the field, his impact was undeniable. So if he can stay healthy in 2025, he has the potential to be a dominant force in the middle of Florida's defense. With his leadership and his physicality, Howard can anchor this linebacker unit and take the defense to another level. His return to full strength could be the key to unlocking the full potential of this already talented group. But wait, there's more. Enter Ty Jackson, a 4-star recruit with all the tools to really be special. Head coach Billy Napier called him one of the best football players he's ever watched. Think about that. That is a bold statement. Think about the players that Coach Napier has watched, not just at Florida, but at Alabama, at Clemson. I mean, I'm telling you, that is some high praise. And if Jackson lives up to the hype, he could force his way onto the field sooner than expected. He is raw, but his potential's sky high. And we've also got to think about Miles Johnson. We won't see him till later in the summer. He's another name we're going to watch, though. And this linebacker room is just, it is crazy. It is incredibly talented, and it's not just built for the present. It's stacked for the future. And this group is also having to adjust to a new position coach as Ron Roberts transitions into more of a free-floating defensive coordinator role. We've heard the term he's going to coach the coaches. Florida brought in Robert Bala, who's going to take over as inside linebackers coach. And by all accounts, he's already making it. Guys, the Gators are in the SEC tournament, and they have a real shot at the number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Let me do that part again because I said the instead of A. Guys, the Gators are in the SEC tournament, and they have a real shot at a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. If you are betting on the games, make sure you're betting with our code, YouTube150, over at BetUS. You'll get a 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit and 125% on your next 2. All of that up to $2,000. I appreciate BetUS for their support, and go Gators. Impact. Roberts himself praised Bala's experience and his ability to connect with players. That continuity in coaching is going to be critical as this young linebacker group steps into the spotlight. So what does this all mean? It means that despite losing Shamar James, despite dealing with injuries, and despite having only one true veteran, the Florida Gator linebacker room remains one of the most talented and exciting in the SEC. Jaden Robinson is ready to lead. Miles Graham is ready to dominate. Aaron Childs is ready to break out. Ty Jackson is waiting in the wings. And with a new coach guiding them, this unit isn't just going to be good. It has the potential to be elite. Now, obviously, Florida utilizes the jack position with George Gubbs likely your starter there and Cameron James backing him up. Both are expected to be difference makers for UF, but I'm also really excited to see LJ McCray in that role. His athleticism is undeniable, and the former 5-star could end up seeing a ton of action there for UF. So there's just so many exciting things to look forward to on this defense. It's really hard to kind of put your finger on it, but if you had to, this linebacker room, I think that's it. I think that is the biggest reason to be excited about this defense. These guys are hungry, they're battle tested, and they are ready to show the nation just how dominant they can be. All right, so I need you to tell me, who are you the most excited about watching this season? Is it going to be this linebacker room? If it is, who specifically? Tell me a name. If it's not the linebacking unit, who else are you so excited to watch on this defensive side of the ball? I want to know down in the comments, so make sure let's chat about it. Thanks guys for tuning in, and as always, go Gators.